What makes the VIVOSUN Smart Grow System better than any other grow system you can get online? Let's find out. The whole system together is the Aerolight, Aerozesh, and the Grow Hub controller, as well as the VIVOSUN app that you can kind of run the whole system with. And when you pair all these things with a grow tent, you can pretty much make an ecosystem however you want to make it. So whatever you're trying to grow, you can grow it. Let's quickly go through and talk about each component of the grow system so you can kind of get a good feel of what they are, how they work, and how to run it. Keep in mind that they have different packages for different size of tents. You can get the tent with the package, or you can just get the grow system itself and then just have your own tent. Now, this will work with any tent you want to use it with. Today I'm going to be using this adorable little tent here because it fits in my studio and it's easy to film. But just keep in mind you can slap this system on any tent you have. Now first off, let's talk about the Aerolight. This light is a 100 watt light that's good for about a 2x2 space. So the tent that I'm showing you today, that's the space that this is good for. But keep in mind that you can daisy chain these lights together so that we can put them in a much bigger space. Now this is the first ever light slash fan combo. This has a fan right in the middle of the light and it's going to be blowing a nice breeze on a canopy of your plants. And that's definitely something new that nobody else has done before. And because of that, it actually won the Red Dot 2022 Design Award. This light has a dimmable driver, but you don't dim it on the actual unit itself. You have to either do it through the Grow Hub or through the app itself, and we'll get to those later. This is a full spectrum light. It's going to support your plants throughout the entirety of their life cycle. This system is expandable. You can connect as many as you want together, and they actually come with these fancy little H brackets that you can connect them together with, and they have a 70,000 hour lifespan. One thing I really do like about these lights is the hangers. Every light I have ever purchased ever has these wire hangers that you have to kind of attach, and they get scratchy and it just gives you the chills like nails on a chalkboard. This actually comes with the hangers attached and they just kind of fold in. And I would love to see that happen across every light, not just this specific light. And last but not least, the packaging on this is so fancy. I don't know why I'm so hyped up about the packaging on all this stuff that I have, but the packaging on these lights is better than pretty much any light I've ever got before. The packaging on all of this stuff is really high end. It opens really nicely. The foam inside isn't just styrofoam. It's like this really dense, nice foam. That's about the best way I can explain it. Next up, let's talk about the Aerozesh inline fan that it comes with. This specific model that I have comes with the 4-inch fan, but some of the other bigger models comes with the 6-inch fan. And for those of you that are familiar with these fans, this pretty much is the same design as the AC Infinity, so we know it's going to work pretty well. The fan is completely programmable. You can either do it on the little Grow Hub controller on the outside of your tent, or you can actually do it with the app. You can set it to turn on depending on the heat, depending on the humidity. You can set it to run full speed, half speed, quarter speed, whatever you want to do. This thing is completely customizable to kind of give you the environment that you're looking for. When it's running, you do notice a sound, but it's not a very loud sound. It's 39 decibels, so yes, you're going to hear it if you're in a room with it, but it's not something that you're going to hear from across the house. Either way it does its job, it's going to be pushing the hot, wet air out of your grow tent. Now let's talk about the Grow Hub controller, because this is really the piece that ties the whole system together. Everything runs and plugs into this controller here, and then you put the controller on the outside of your tent. This is honestly where all the magic happens. You can control every aspect of your grow right here in the controller. So let's go ahead and go over to the tent and show you exactly how it works in real time. Hopefully you can see this. This is gonna control the majority of your grow. You can set the light right here. You can set how bright it is. Here, when I turn this on, this is gonna be the fan that is inside the light. So listen closely for when this turns on. Hopefully that picks it up in the audio, but that fan just kicked on. And then I've got the exhaust fan right here. Turn that all the way up and it definitely, you can definitely hear that one coming on. And then if you look down here, this takes the place of a timer. So you don't need the big bulky timer anymore. You can just come over here and you can set the cycle on and the cycle off, or you can set everything up manually to where you come in and do it, but why have this controller if you're gonna do that? So you can control the speed of the fans, the brightness of the light, and you can control when it kicks on and off from right there. And this is actually hooked up to Wi-Fi, so that's how it connects to the app. And this is just kind of simple. There's not a whole lot to this, but I do want to show you the app, because in the app you can get a lot more in depth. And let's talk about the app and how the app kind of controls all this and everything the app has to offer. So I've got the window off so you can kind of see the light. You'll be able to hear the fan and stuff here in a minute. So let's go ahead and pull up the app. Now when I open up the app, this is just kind of an overview right here. I can go to the light, and right now the light's at 100%. And what I can do is, let's see, I can turn it down to 20%. It gets dim. I can turn it up to 50, go up a little bit, all the way up to 100. I can come over here, and this is pretty cool as well. I can go vegetative. You can see that change, seedling. So this is the different stages of growth that you can set it to do. And down here is the timer. So right now, like if I wanted to set up a cycle schedule for the light, I could go right here and I can go, let's say start time, whatever time I want to start. Let's say I want to start at 4:26 a.m. and I want it to go for 18 hours. So now I'm going to update that, and now it would turn on, it would go through the 18 hours, and that's how I set up my timer. And I can actually go through on each one, not just the light. I could come through and do it on this one right here is the fan that's actually on the light, and right now it's off, so I can kick it on right there. You can go through the cycle, you can do your start and stop cycles down here, and you can also set up a recipe for it. I'm not going to do that right now. And then let's come over here to let's shut this off just so we can get that noise down. And then let's come over here to the duct fan. This one that's off right now. This one will be kind of loud when it kicks on. There we go. Okay, got that shut off. But the same thing, you can set up the cycle, start, stop cycle. You can set up the recipe. And then over here, you're gonna have data that shows you different, temperatures and humidities and all that for your grow. Now right here, you can go view running recipe, and you can go choose a recipe to grow. And this is gonna be all kinds of different stuff, VIVOSUN recipe. So let's say autoflower, you can go through and create an entire recipe for how you want this to grow, and it's gonna change over time based on the recipe. You don't need to be worrying about changing your lights or anything like that. It's all gonna be changed for you, which is awesome. Real quick, let's come over here and show you how this all connects together. So up here, you have your power cord, and then you also have this cord here. I forgot exactly what these cords are called, but it's like your old phone or internet cable. You got that, and I just ran that out of that vent right there. Same thing with your duct fan back here. It's got, I think this is a USB Type-C, and that actually comes out and plugs in right here. And then you have a temperature probe here, and this actually, you've got temperature and humidity coming from this, and then you also have temperature and humidity coming from this. So this is gonna give you outside temperature and humidity, and that's gonna give you inside temperature and humidity, which is pretty cool. Most times you're gonna wanna put your ducting fan in the very back there, and then just put your light right here in front of it. This tent, it's kind of squished in here, but you get the gist. When you go to the VIVOSUN website, go to the Smart Grow Systems tab, and that's gonna pull up a giant list of all kinds of different kits that they sell. They sell it with tents, without tents, with 4-foot tents, with 8-foot tents, with 2-foot tents. I think they have a 3x3 tent. They have the whole system without a tent. If you already have your own tent, they have all kinds of different setups for you to look at. Kind of find whatever is going to work best for you. I have a link down in the description below, so go click that link, head over to the website, and see if they have something that's going to work for you. If you're still unsure of what tent you would want to pair with this, go watch this video right here. These are 5 tents that you can get on Amazon, and every single one of these tents would pair perfectly with this grow system. But before you do that, if you got value out of this video, go down and hit the like button, consider subscribing, and then I'll see you at the grow tent video.